So in this session, let's have a look at what documents you need to provide to us to incorporate a company. So the legal requirement behind the documents required for incorporation is called as IVE, which stands for Identify, Verify and Inquire. So what that means is, in the first step we are required to identify the person who is incorporating the company. So identity information like name, address, contact numbers, identity document numbers like national registration number or passport number is required to be obtained. Once this is done, we are required to verify the identity by way of a third party document like government issued passport or NRIC document to ensure that the person's identity is correct. Similarly, in some cases, we need to obtain the proof of residential address also by way of a utility bill or a telephone bill. And the last requirement is to inquire, which is done via a CDD form or a KYC form. KYC stands for Know Your Client and CDD stands for Customer Due Diligence. So here, in addition to collecting the details, we also need to get information about the purpose of establishing Singapore company, the product services being sold, and maybe details about estimated sales and number of transactions in the company. So moving ahead, let's have a look at what documents we need if a Singapore resident individual is incorporating the company. So in most of the cases, the NRIC, National Registration Identity Card of Singapore, which is either a blue card for Singapore permanent residents or a pink card for Singapore citizens, is generally enough because it will give the identity number, the photograph of the person and also the address of the person. In case the address is not current, then address proof will be required. In case you are on an employment pass, then in addition to the copy of employment pass, we will need the address proof, as employment pass normally does not record the address of the person. This proof of address can be in the form of mobile bill, utility bill or any other recently issued proof by a third party. In addition to this, for this kind of company, we will need the CDD form to be prepared. This is a Word document which you have to fill in and provide the details of purpose of incorporating the company and likely turnover and estimated number of transactions, etc., as I have explained previously. And these details are required for all the shareholders and directors of the proposed new company. The CDD form, however, needs to be filled only once, as it is a single form for the entire company. Now, when it comes to foreign individuals, if a foreigner is incorporating a company in Singapore, then we will need normally 3 documents from him: the copy of his passport biodata page, proof of address, which can be in the form of a mobile or utility bill issued in his name in last 3 months, and normally we also collect a second identity document, which can be a driving license for most of the countries. In case of Malaysia, it can be Malaysian NRIC card. It can, in case of India, it can be Aadhaar card. So it depends, but a second ID document is normally collected because sometimes passport tend to expire. So in that case, we need to have a backup identity document. In addition to this, the CDD form again will be collected and details will be required for all shareholders and directors of the proposed company, and CDD form needs to be filled only once. Now moving on to next, what if one of the shareholder is a corporate shareholder? So in case of a corporate shareholder, we need a bit more details. So we need a company registration certificate copy, which is generally issued by the registrar of companies in your home country. For example, if it is UK, then there is something called as Companies House, and I think in Australia it is ASIC. Then we also need company extract showing the details of current directors and shareholders of this company from your home country. Then we also need a chart showing ultimate beneficial owner of the company. That means the shareholder who has a majority stake in the company, or the directors who has a significant control over the decision making of the company. So this chart can look like this, especially if the shareholding is bit complex, where one corporate is owned by another corporate and then again it is owned by third corporate. In addition to this, we will also need a board resolution confirming the decision to incorporate a company in Singapore and authorize representative to carry out all the necessary tasks. Now the next question is, in what form these documents need to be provided. So when you start the process initially, you can give the scanned copies, but please ensure that the scanned copies are taken, that is the scans or the pictures are taken from the original documents in color, and the image is of high resolution and reasonably sharp. Do not provide the scans which are taken from the Xerox copies or black and white copies. At some point of time during the entire process, the verification of original documents will anyway happen. So in summary, as you can see, the requirements regarding documents required for incorporation are not overly complex. The only time it becomes bit complex is where there are multiple corporates taking the ownership of the company.
Thank you for watching this video. This video was brought to you by Epica Consulting Singapore. Subscribe to our channel today to get notified when new videos are posted.